Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien and Bubba here on Tuesday, September 10th. Wow. Uh, I wanted to do a response to an article that Bookworm, that's the name they put on the thing, wrote on the internet. And the article says Andrew Johnson is responsible for today's racial situation. Bookworm. I imagine that Bookworm is a female by the way it was written, if you read the article. I may be wrong, but anyway, so here it goes. Dear Bookworm, this is your favorite alien. I read your article that you wrote on that you say Andrew Johnson is responsible and all Democrats are responsible for today's racial situation. Really? Well, by the tone of your article, I can say one, you're a woman, and two, you're a boneless, backboneless Republican. I don't like the dum-dums, Democrats either. But no, and no to your answer to that. No, Andrew Johnson's not responsible for the mess today. And no, the Democrats as a whole are only responsible because they're using the African Americans to their advantage for the votes. So let me clarify this, Bookworm. The Civil War and the Reconstruction era, which you so kindly pointed out, most historians don't understand the Reconstruction era, okay? And to this day, they don't understand how to view it. You can talk to a lot of historians and you get different answers on the Reconstruction era. The problem was the United States never learned how to be a biracial society, let alone a plural racial society. Even to this day, they haven't learned how to do that. Remember, up until 1860, you had about 250 years of slavery, up until 1865. Okay? And then you go from there with the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments trying to give the African Americans the right to vote and this and that. But how do you go from complete slavery to including you in society? Really? I've never seen, even today, you can't do that. It takes decades to do that. And they did it in overnight. And then they had Reconstruction in the South with, as you call it, the federal troops came in, and the military is the one responsible for the way the South is today. It's Republican. Well, yeah, I don't know where you're getting that from, but you must be living in a la-la land over there. But anyway, here's what really happened. The radical Republicans, after the assassination of Abraham Lincoln, were after Andrew Johnson. And they tried to impeach him by putting out that congressional device, the Tenure Act, that they passed through Congress to get him. So they finally impeached him in 1868, and he came out a vote short because most of them voted, hey, this is a no-no, this is political. And the only one that voted his conscience was David Ross. So there you go, Bookworm. And as far as the 13th, 14th, especially the 14th Amendment, yeah, that's caused a lot of problems today. But the problem is, you Republicans, Bookworm, and I'm assuming you're one of them, you had Reconstruction from 1865 to 77. And most of that Reconstruction was 1869 to 77 under Ulysses' corrupting administration Grant. there. He was a very corrupt president, really. He had so much corruption in his administration it would make Richard Nixon and Trump and all the other Republicans that had corruptions after that. You don't forget the Teapot Dome under Warren G. Harding look like nice guys. So there you go. And then don't forget about the Compromise of 1877. Bookworm, you ever looked at the Compromise of 1877? You guys wanted the presidency so much, that's Republicans, that you made a deal with the Democrats. You got the presidency, they got the South. And when they got the South, they got to put their people in, started the Jim Crow laws, got to put people in the Supreme Court to water down the 14th Amendment, and therefore, for the next 100 years, you had separate but equal. So see, Bookworm, in the short term, and this is a lot more complicated than I have time for in this video, but this is a short-term cursory review of why you're dead wrong. Andrew Johnson had absolutely nothing to do with this. He was just a dumb sucker that got elected president because they shot President Lincoln. And yeah, President Lincoln had the right thing. He had a unified ticket, Republican and Democrat. Did that unify the country? Hell no. It made it more divisive than it ever was. So this is your favorite alien and Bubba saying, good day, Bookworm.